Hey guys, this is the Becoming Era. I am your host, Zuhura, and around here, we do not shrink, we evolve, we elevate, and we show up bigger every single time. This podcast, which is also our first podcast, it's very personal to me. Yani ni kitu ambacho nimeona nimetaka kukifanya kwa muda mrefu and it's it just makes sense to me to be in this space where I can talk to women directly, and it just feels good to be around women because I'm a woman. I love women, and I just feel like there are very many issues revolving around women, especially when you're in this age where you're transitioning. I don't know about everyone else, but I feel like there's a sudden urge ya kutaka kuwa better and achieve our higher self. Najua like growing up umekuwa labda una ndoto za kuwa mwanamke wa aina fulani. There was this dream of a little girl who wants to achieve something in life, and sometimes you wonder, I don't know if you guys get to the same point, and you're like, kwa nini huyu mtu hakuwa? Kwa nini huyu mtu hakutokea? Why is this woman not the same girl that wanted to be someone in future? Personally, I've experienced it because sijui ni kitu gani huwa kinatokea hapa katikati, and you just maybe you lose focus or it, it doesn't happen. Na ningetaka sasa tuzungumzie hiki kitu kwa sababu kwa nini kwa nini, and maybe you should ask yourself labda, is there really a difference between the girl you wanted to be and the woman that you are right now? I'd like us to talk about something ambacho tumekuzwa tuamini based on the physical. There's this little phrase, sijui kama umeshawahi kusikia, it says be sexy but respectable. Let's let that sink for a while. Be sexy but respectable. Kwanza tujiulize kwa nini kuna part in between sexy and respectable. Why is it that a woman cannot be sexy and respectable at the same time? Labda sio kwa all societies, kwa sababu najua iko different even in the western culture na culture yetu huku, na saa zingine it's very it's in a sort of friction when it comes to being sexy and respectable at the same time. This term sexy and respectable has haunted women for years, yani kutoka kupata enzi za mababu kuna manyanya, kwa sababu it's just levels, yani inabadilika tu na muda. Kama sexy your time, maybe it was an outfit that was above your knee. Maybe sexy now is something different. Maybe it's red lipstick or something. And this sexy but respectable term has followed us to boardrooms, to interviews. Yani ni kitu ambacho kimekuwa kwa muda mrefu sana, and I feel like it has been misunderstood. But nataka kuamini kwamba ni jinsi ambavyo tumefunzwa tuelewe sexy, kwa sababu mimi, kwa watu ambao labda watanielewa, at my perspective, kuna this version of sexy that says sexy is a performance. Sexy ni kitu ambacho utaona kitu ama vile mtu atakavyokuongelesha ama atakavyovaa. But have you ever wondered, maybe sexy is not even a performance. Sexy is more of a feeling. Sexy is something you feel, something that is exciting yet very quiet. Unajua kitambo, ama tuseme from the society that I come from, and I believe there are other women that come from similar societies, ushakutana na this version of sexy, unaambiwa labda mwanamke afaa avae in a certain way ndio ako considered sexy ama afanye kitu, you know. Alafu sasa kuna this other version that says it's an energy. Sexy ni kitu ambacho you walk around with, and it's when your soul and your body are in sync because wewe umejielewa sana, you know yourself, you're very true to yourself. Now that is the type of sexy I'd like us to embrace in the current world. Kwa sababu when we judge people based on their outfits or how they look, I feel like we miss the exact point. I feel like sexy for a woman is how they walk into a room and they don't, try to look around the room and adjust how they talk or how they address issues. Yeah, it's when they are so connected to themselves. Yani umejielewa, umejitambua, you know what you say, how you say it, and your intentions are very clear. I don't know if you've experienced this. You maybe walk into a room and you meet people who are very quiet, but their energy is unforgettable. Yani hautawahi sahau huyo mtu. Now that is sexy. And sijui kama unanielewa from this perspective. It's not shouty, it's not a performance, it's an energy, it's something you feel. And it doesn't even have to be bold, it's not maybe that red lipstick. Ama viatu labda mtu amevaa high heels and they're the loudest in the room, or that short dress. Yani, I feel like we've been misled. And we vary on opinions, yeah, but I feel like tunafaa tuangalie vitu at a different perspective, a perspective that helps us to grow and rise, na on that note, I'd like you to maybe, mimi wanaona the best way to know your type of sexy is look at yourself. Yani jiangalie sana sana sana, study yourself so much mpaka uko true to yourself. So sexy isn't just a performance as it used to be, or sijui nguo yako au vile mwanamke ataongea. No, I feel like when it's a performance, it makes a woman look like a tool, and I don't like when women look like tools. Ni kama mtu ametumika kama chombo. There's this thing that they say, oh, mwanamke ni pambo, which I don't know why they say it, but I feel like it's like a portrayal of beauty. Like you are so perfect as a woman, and you can even perfect it more when you know who you are. So sexy is not a performance. Sexy is the stillness. Sexy is the decision to choose you over and over again, and being confident with that, and knowing that there's nothing more respectable than choosing yourself consistently. Mimi, I believe you can be sexy and respectable. Kwa sababu I don't feel like there's any way you could be so true to yourself and people not respect you. Unajua, sexy is like the disinterest, not in life or maybe relationships, but it is the disinterest in explaining yourself. Because trust me, ukiwa umejigundua na umejijua, you know why you say things, you know what your intentions are when you say things. People will be so, it will be so clear. People will understand you better. And you do not stutter, you do not overshare, you do not over explain yourself. Kwa sababu umejielewa na unajua kwa nini umesema. And one thing that comes with this, I feel like, ni the sense of accountability. Ukiwa wewe umejijua and you're true to yourself, you don't even lie to yourself, because wewe ukishasema kitu wajua kwa nini umekisema, and you do not stutter. So ushajijua in the first place, and that is how you gain people's respect even without trying, because what you say is valid, and you stand on your opinions and your beliefs, kwa sababu umeshajua wewe ni mtu gani. Mimi, I won't tell you eti nenda kafanye hivi. We are different in every single aspect. Lazima kuna kitu ambacho mimi na wewe hakifanani, na nikikwambia eti nenda kafanye, nitakuwa nakudanganya. You just need to scrutinize yourself so badly that you don't really have to over explain. A simple yes is a complete answer, and you don't say yes just because you're obligated to, because nilikuja nikagundua ukiwa una tabia ya kuagree with things, kama labda unasema tu kwa sababu you feel like you have to fit in. Kwanza, if you try to fit in, that will mean that you're not true to yourself. Yani haujiamini kwamba you can do something on your own. You have to fit in a certain cocoon or with a group of people. Na katika kujiamini hiyo, to that extent, you are true to yourself. You don't do things because someone else is doing it, or you feel like if you don't do it, you're going to lose something in life. Maybe nitapena mfano. I don't know kama maybe una marafiki and you wake up one day and maybe you are supposed to show up at a place with your friends, alafu ubadilishe mawazo and you don't do it because it's for you. and then maybe it feels like you're not doing enough for your friends. Mimi naona that's the first thing yenye utakuwa selfish to yourself. There's this little quote that says, if you do something that interests you, then at least one person is happy. Fanya kitu ambacho unataka, own it, be accountable, don't feel bad because maybe haukufanya kitu ukamfurahisha mtu, kwa sababu at the end of the day it's you against you, na hakuna mtu ambaye atakuja akakuinua the way you'd put yourself at that place or achieve your highest self. So what I'm trying to communicate here is that you could own your sexy, you can twist your own sexy, you can be bold in your own way. It's not even about the volume or the tone, it's more of why you say it and when you mean it. Yeah. So before maybe you walk out of your house looking at a certain way, ask yourself, are you true to yourself? Are you doing it for you, or are you doing it to please someone else? Because when you are self-aware and you know why you're doing things, then it's very easy to earn respect. So the next time someone asks you, uh, is sexy and respectable the same thing for you? I hope you can be bold enough to say yes, that you can be respectable and sexy as a woman who is self-aware and bold. So, as I said before, when you do something that interests you, at least one person is happy. Kwa hivyo fanya kitu for you, own it, be accountable for what you do. Don't stutter, don't overshare, don't over-explain yourself, because that will mean that you're not even true to yourself. When you lie that you want to show up at a place and you don't really want to show up, what does that mean? You're not true to yourself, and there's no way you can achieve your highest self if you do not know who you really are and what you really want. I feel like you can be anything, the world will literally adjust. Watatafuta njia ya kufit in. If people are for you or they're running with your vibe, they will definitely get to you directly. So I hope today is a reminder that you be true to yourself and you will earn respect always when you're true to yourself. Mimi sijawahi kumwona mwanamke ambaye labda nikimwangalia naona kwamba wanasimama na misimamo yao, alafu eti watu wakakosa kumpatia heshima. It's really hard to see. Maybe it happens because the world is a spectrum and kuna different perspectives, sorry, but there is no way to be true to yourself and feel like you're not being respected. That will simply mean that that is not where you belong. Unafaa kuwe mahali kwingine ambapo people will see you for who you are and respect you. So I hope this reminds you that you can be anything and you can achieve anything. And in this podcast, it's a place where we all become. I hope I can also achieve my highest self by talking to you guys and just hearing your opinions. I'd really like for you to share what becoming really means to you, or to be specific in this topic of being sexy but respectable. I hope that we can be sexy and respectable as women. Therefore, I would like to end this at a light note. They say that behind every great woman is another great woman. Therefore, I hope you remember to subscribe, share, like, and comment. And please, 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 just let me know, what is your version of sexy? What do you feel like sexy means to you? Or what is that thing that you've been taught to believe sexy is? That has been my time. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you and have a wonderful week.